Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
She made it so that lies about me spread instantly and stick permanently. Because of the fake Snapchat account she created me, pretending to be me, asking minors for inappropriate pictures.
That is a now college student named DJ Phillips reading his victim impact statement after his reputation was destroyed from fake social media profiles that were created portraying him. People thought it was him online making crude comments and asking minors for nude pictures, but it was a 15-year-old girl living 40 miles away who did all of that damage simply for attention. We have investigator Karen Drew, who has been following this story. It's so troubling that he was randomly targeted, but then the lack of punishment for the girl responsible, it's just surprising there didn't seem to be any real consequence for her.
This is a story that we all need to pay attention to, Rhonda, because you're right. There's so many things here that are really, really concerning. The teen admitted in court to creating the fake accounts. Now, we obtained court transcripts where she tells the judge it was immature. Then she goes on to say, it was false judgment. It was for my self-improvement. It did a great harm to someone that I don't even know. Now, if she was an adult, she would be facing a felony, but she is a minor. So the Novi teenager must do 15 hours of community service, 6 months of probation, ordered counseling, write an essay to the court, and also stay off social media unless for college purposes. Also, no contact with a victim or family, among other restrictions. Meantime, the Romeo teen she admits targeting, well, he's still trying to clear his name because so many believed what she posted.
She knew what she was doing, and then it's a complete malicious act.
DJ is now 19. The fake profiles created about him started 4 years ago. Messages of disrespect to other female teens. At admission, he had a DUI. Then the fake profile would then start asking for nude pics of minors.
I felt like I was, at the bottom of the hole, just looking up, and there's no way to get out.
We sat down with Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald.
If somebody steals something from you electronically, digitally, your image, if somebody misuses a photo, you have to come forward and report it. Right. You are a victim of a crime, yeah. and we have to hold people accountable. Because that's also prevention, right? Yeah, yeah. The more we do that, the more people will understand this isn't a joke. Right. You can't do that.
We're giving people tools that, if used by the wrong people or used for the wrong reasons, are incredibly harmful and incredibly destructive.
Aaron Mink is an attorney who's built his business on the growing number of cases of hacking and says technology is advancing, but the laws are not.
The biggest obstacle is that there is just a patchwork in terms of the laws that are available to help victims. Federally, there is nothing really on point that people can use in terms of a civil remedy.
But of course, when it comes to minors, the laws apply differently. Tonight at 5:45, we are talking to a digital forensic expert on how to proactively and also reactively protect yourself, especially your kids. There is a lot there to unpack.
It certainly is, and just what is looming out there on the internet that we don't even know.
Yeah, we kind of did a test run. I said, okay, you can throw my thing into Google Images and see, and unfortunately, I have been hacked. I found it, and
we had no idea before that.
Had no idea it was there. The words are really bad, and now we're using a legal team, and I'm going to show you through the process of what we're doing to try to take it down. But I'm lucky. I have a legal team.
Right.
Regular folks do not, and it's so frustrating. And
you just feel so bad for that teen. I mean, that ruined his high school years.
Right.
Those are like
and now he goes to college.
He can't get back.
And they're still talking, and so that's why this
for
is
him
important.
for speaking out.
Yeah,
and hopefully after all of that, like something really great comes from him being brave enough to share it.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, I do. Thanks, Karen. I know you have much more later. Also this noon, though, developing this afternoon, Detroit police are investigating a homicide after a body was found in the middle of a neighborhood. Local 4's Priya Mann is at Detroit Police Headquarters with the very latest from police as the search for a possible killer is on.
This disturbing discovery was made Sunday evening around 6 p.m. The body of a woman wrapped in some sort of package. Now, homicide investigators are looking into the case. Let me show you the area that we're talking about. This is near Woodward and State Fair in Detroit. That disturbing discovery made around 6 p.m. Sunday evening. Police officers were patrolling the area when the call came in for a suspicious package. Officers and homicide technicians responded, and that's when they found the body. At this time, no information has been released about the identity of the victim or the circumstances surrounding the death. Investigators have not indicated whether any suspects are in custody or who made the initial 911 call. We will continue to follow this developing story, but again, a disturbing discovery of a woman's body found wrapped in some sort of package. Now, homicide investigators are looking into the case. At TPD headquarters, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thank you. Beverly Hills police need your help finding a man missing from a rehabilitation center there. We're told that Joseph Mitchell is a resident of Mission Point Nursing and Physical Rehabilitation Center located on West 13 Mile. Police say that he had contact with an officer from a neighboring city about 1:30 in the morning on Sunday and said that he wanted to go to Detroit. He was taken and dropped off at a smart bus shelter on Woodward and 14 Mile in Royal Oak and has not been seen since. A Highland Park police officer is in the hospital after 2 patrol cars crashed. It happened at the intersection of Hamilton and Glendale around 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. Only the 2 police vehicles were involved. State police are investigating the crash. One officer was hurt and taken to the hospital with a minor head injury. We could get an update today on that partial parking garage collapse that happened in Dearborn. It happened on Friday evening around 8:45. The parking garage is located at Michigan Avenue and West Outer Drive. There was a man trapped in his vehicle for about 2 hours after part of that parking garage collapsed on top of his vehicle. The man called 911 himself and was eventually pulled out through the car window. Incredibly, he walked to a stretcher and was taken to a hospital as precaution. So hopefully he will be okay, but of course, not so much for his vehicle. The trial to decide if radioactive waste shipments can resume at Wayne Disposal Landfill is still underway this afternoon. Last week, former Detroit health official Abdul El-Sayed, he testified about the cancer risk associated with this waste. Several communities have sued Wayne Disposal in Van Buren Township over its decision to accept radioactive waste from the New York site linked to the atomic bomb. The judge halted shipments last August, and the case continues as communities fight to protect their health. A group of people living in a building on Detroit's west side are now being told that they need to leave within 2 days. This is located at Sturtevant in the area of the Dexter-Linwood neighborhood. Police have been living, people I should say, the residents, they've been living there without heat. They've been dealing with leaking water, even worried that the ceiling may collapse because it's just in bad shape. The city says that the property is owned by Real Token, which is a company that the city sued for neglecting more than 400 homes and accumulating $500,000 in violations already. Those living in the building tell us that they have no other place to go.
We should be fundamentally working to make the worst person's life the best, because then everybody will be okay.
The owner says that they don't plan on fixing the boiler, so we're going to issue them at least $1,000 in tickets. We're going to forward this to the law department for further legal action.
The city says that they plan to be back at that building today to help people find alternate housing.
Well, it's a chilly start to the work week, but we're finally going to follow a bit of a warming trend this week. Boy, are we overdue for it. So we'll be in the 20s today, about 10 degrees below average, partly sunny to mostly cloudy. At least we're not looking at a stretch of forewarned weather alerts due to winter weather and extreme cold. So it's a pretty quiet week, but we are warming into the 40s as we head into your Tuesday in some spots, either side of 40 across the metro area. So that means we warm through the overnight. We could see a little bit of freezing drizzle in the thumb region overnight. Rest of us stay dry, but we'll take a dip in temperatures, but don't fret. 30s throughout the week, which is pretty seasonal. We'll dive into that 7-day forecast coming up next.